gals. What's up? It's Biggie here. We're on Helly the Warlock.
Hi there.
There she is. This episode, we're back in Desolace, and that's because we're going to go see Uthek the Wise. Got a quest to turn in, and we'll pick up a follow-up to kill Condep or something like that. Some freak. Beyond that, I have no plans. Hope you're doing well today. Happy Tuesday, I believe this comes out. It's a Monday for me. Yesterday, took my drone and my little vlogger camera and made a trip down to a trip up to a place called Lake Roberts. Got some good drone footage, went downtown Silver City, did a little tour there. However, it ended up being, got stranded for like 7-8 hours. I made a video of it, put everything together last night. It's uploading to the other channel, The Anxious Explorer. So if anybody's interested in that, it's probably out by now. What a nightmare. What do we have here? That's right. This came from, what you call it? Swamp area. All right. Bring the Congen's head to Uthek the Wise. The Congen's head. Can't just be any old head. It's an interesting way to word it. He's over here, as you can see. What is this? Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, we don't need that guy. We need this guy. Let's go ahead and get the Void Walker out. And we will pick up a little health stone. Nah. I'll send you back, brother. Rexar. NpcA. I'm without my car until Thursday. It's sitting up at Walmart at the automotive repair. You know, the reason I took it there is because it was the only place open on Sunday. I had to have it towed there. I didn't get home. I left the house here about 7:30, I think. I didn't get home till about 7:30. 12 hours later. Yeah, I went down to Lake Roberts after I, went to Silver City. Hung out there for about an hour. And then, drove down. It's just over an hour. Lake Roberts from where I am. Flew the drone around for about an hour. Maybe an hour and a half. And finished, was packing up. Got in the car. Just kind of letting the AC go and letting the car cool down a little bit, and all set. And looked on the dash, and there was the TPM, the tire pressure monitor light was on, the indicator light. And usually that just means one of your tires is, maybe a little low or maybe a little overinflated. I looked at it, scrolled through and checked the 4 pressures, and the driver's side rear was reading 0 PSI. So that's not good. So I got out of the car and looked at it, and it didn't look like it was all the way flat. And I didn't realize why until after I got home. But So, you know, there's no cell service out there at all. There's nothing out there. There are a few other people. But anyway, I popped the trunk. There's no spare tire in the car. They didn't come with them. Very few cars do these days. Instead, they put this little kit, which is complete trash. I speak from experience. That thing is garbage. Just throw it away. It's got a little air compressor that plugs into the cigarette lighter. That thing is a complete joke. So I wasn't sure what had happened. All I knew was that if it's reading 0, that's a problem. Something, you know, I ran over something. I don't know. I couldn't see anything visually wrong with the tire, but that doesn't really mean anything. You can't really see all of the tire. You know, it's very difficult. So anyway, I got the little air compressor out, plugged into the cigarette lighter, and I put it connects to the tire just like a bicycle pump thing. You put it on and then you pull the little tab up to lock it. As soon as I pulled the tab up, the plastic broke, the little plastic piece. It's so fucking cheap. So all it is, it just goes in and out. It just locks it essentially to the valve stem. So I'm pumping air into it. He's in here, isn't he? He is. It's right there. Pumping air into it. Or I'm trying to. And nothing's happening. Just the thing just isn't fucking working. So I'm getting a little panicky at that point. What is my thing here? Let's clear the area here a little bit. Anyway, I messed with the tire for about an hour because there's this other stuff that comes in the kit. It's called slime. Don't even bother with that. You have to take your valve stem out of the car to use it. And the tool they give you to do it is about this big, and it's a piece of plastic. I'm not even kidding. So the idea behind that is you literally unscrew your valve stem. Let's get manned up. I've got 2 here. Well, you have to deflate the tire all the way. So you're committed at that point. But here's the thing. You can't even use this stuff unless you have a way to put air back into the tire. So I didn't use it, but what you're supposed to do with this little piece of plastic is unscrew the valve stem. Good luck there. Take the valve stem off. Tire completely loses all air pressure. You connect this hose to it. It must be under pressure, the contents of it. You force this slime into it. You put the valve stem back on, and then you put air into the tire. And it's supposed to seal it. Okay, this guy came for me. It's because I started a little bit too early. That's right, we'll be all right here. Anyway, I didn't even... Since there's no way to put air into the tire, it was pointless for me to try to, you know, to do that. So anyway, I began to think, like, maybe this thing does work. It's just, I don't know. I was kind of panicking at that point. So what I did is I tried the compressor on another tire, and it's so weak that it just let air out of the other tire that I put it on. It wouldn't even pump air into it. So that thing's in the fucking trash can where it belongs. If you've got one of those kits, if you have a newish car and you've got that little box back there, do not rely on that thing. You need to get yourself like a battery pack compressor or something. Or some of them actually connect to your car battery. That way they have plenty of power. Take it from me, those things are complete trash. So anyway, I didn't know what to do. Like I said, absolutely no cell phone service. As a matter of fact, there's no cell phone service at Lake Roberts. Like I said, it's just over an hour drive. For a good 40 minutes, there's nothing. There's no cell phone service at all. You're just out there in the middle of nowhere. So it didn't, like I said, it didn't, the car, or it was not sitting on the rim. That is a completely deflated tire. It looked like it had 10, 15 pounds of pressure in it, which isn't much. So, you know, instead of asking somebody out there if they had a compressor, I mean, what are the chances of that? Most likely they've got the same piece of crap that I do. And these were just like small cars, you know, it's not like there were any utility looking trucks out there or whatever. So I sat in the car for a bit, like frustrated, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna drive it really slow out of this place up the road. I knew there was like a corner store place, and I'll just drive slow. I'll keep the cell phone out so I can see if I pick up a signal. And it did fine. What I did is I took the passenger side mirror and I angled it down so that I could see the tire to make sure it didn't, you know, come apart, you know, whatever. And I just drove really slow. I made it to the corner store. They didn't have anything. There was no compressed air, nothing. You know, by the way, so when I was trying to put air into the tire, you have to position the valve stem. Well, it's better to position the valve stem so it's in like the top half of the area. And while I was trying to force air into it with that joke compressor, I was feeling around the treads and I found a screw. There is I ran over a screw. It's about that long. Well, I'm guessing it's about that long. Like your wienery? No, a little bit bigger than that. I started to pull it out. That's not a good idea because keeping that screw in there actually creates a little bit of a seal, believe it or not. And it'll help if there's any air left in there, it'll help your car stay sealed. Where if you pull that thing out, it's not going to be good, right? It's just going to go all the way flat. Anyway, the tire was all the way flat, had no air pressure in it. Now, I didn't realize this because I found out later after I got home, that Mercedes has run flat tires on it. That's why I was able to drive it. And I was able to drive that car 40 minutes. I mean, it took a long time. I finally got to a place. Well, I got to a couple places where there was one bar. So I stopped. And I was just like looking at the phone and it would disappear, no signal. It'd come back for a second. So what I tried to do in that little time period is call my insurance company because I have, you know, roadside assistance. That's all I needed. They call the tow truck, they come get you. Anyway, it just wasn't working. So I drove on a little further. Meanwhile, there are no cars out there. There's nothing. You know, my best hope is like somebody from the campsite or from the lake drives by. Let's turn this in. This is an elite quest. This is interesting. Helly, you helped us against the Magram. Now help us beat the Moradine. Moradine? Kill the head of their clan, Khan Ratha. To face him, blow the horn. It is high atop the... oh, I know what this is. No. No, that's a wave of attacks, I'm pretty sure. But anyway. I'm just creeping along. And I start to smell burning. What that usually means is your tire has come apart. And it's rubbing on the fender, the inside of the fender. It's usually what that means. What's this? No. No, I don't want to do that. So anyway, I pulled over. Now, keep in mind, this is a narrow road with cliffs and rocks and trees. There's only certain areas where you can actually pull off the road. I just happened to, as soon as I smelled it, I was looking for a place, and it was about 1/8 of a mile. I found a place on the other side of the road I pulled off onto. And so while I'm doing this, there's a group of bicyclists. There's like 5 of them, and I see them come up behind me. And they were so cool. They were from Australia. They were visiting here, riding bikes and stuff. And I mean, I can't do an Australian accent, but it was awesome. They just, so anyway, I'm talking to them, and I pull the car over, and I get out, and the 4 of them are still on the road looking back, but there's one guy just like hanging out with me, and he's like, "You all right, mate? You need any help?" And I was like, I looked at my cell phone. I had 2 bars. I said, I think I'm okay. I've got a flat tire. I can call my insurance company, get a tow truck. And so anyway, they rode on. So I'm sitting there. It's hot as balls at this point. I'm frustrated. So I call Progressive. Now the phone signals, it's 1 bar, 2 bars, 1 bar. I'm just worried I'm not going to be able to get through. So everything's fucking automated now. You don't call and talk to a person and say, "Hey, I'm stranded." You got to go through this whole thing. The login, all of this. And I was actually worried that that my phone hadn't saved my credentials or something, because I wouldn't be able to remember my fucking login, I don't think. Anyway, it logged in. I'm wasting so much time trying to find, the roadside assistance thing. So I finally found it. And it's like these steps you go through on the web, and then they send you a text message. They send you a fucking text message, and you have to click the link to confirm, and then go through basically everything again. Man, I was getting so frustrated. Anyway, I did all of it, and what it does is using GPS satellites, it pinpoints your location, and then that starts the request. So it looked like it went through. So I'm sitting there for about 40 minutes, and what they'll do is they send you another text message to say they've got something. I don't know. I'm sitting there for an hour. It might have been more than an hour. And the phone rings, and I'm getting a call. So I answer it, and it's some guy from Progressive. His accent is so thick, I can't understand what he's saying. This is the gist of it. He basically said, "We don't have any tow trucks for you, but I can set one up for tomorrow." Right? So I'm trying to explain to him, like, I am in the middle of nowhere with the car. I can't stay here tonight, right? He just kept saying the same thing over and over, just reading from a script, like no comprehension. I got so frustrated, I just hung up the phone on him. I just hung up the phone. And what I did is while I'm waiting, I tried to get a hold of my friend Heather, because she had been in Silver City. Turns out she had gone back to Las Cruces. My options are limited because I don't really have any people. I don't really have any friends, who can help me out. Mainly what I'm doing is I'm Google searching tow trucks in Silver City. So there are 4 places, it's 4 or 5 places in Silver City that have tow trucks. I called every one of them. The first 4, they didn't have any trucks available. Some of them were one place didn't even answer the phone. They said, if you can't reach us at this number, call this other number. And I called that number, and nobody answered, but the voice box was full and you couldn't leave a message. The other guy said he had 1 truck, but it was in El Paso. He wouldn't be back for like 5 hours. Anyway, that guy, he goes, call G&G or something like that. He goes, they have a couple of trucks. He'd probably have one for you. So I called that guy. Sure enough, they had a truck available. It was the last option in Silver City, and he had a truck. What are we going to do here, guys? Oh my gosh, this fucking quest. Let's go to Breckenwall.
Peace, friend. Ancestors.
See if we can get this pendant off one of these crabs. That's right. I forgot how frustrating that was. So I told him where I was. I told him what was going on, what kind of car it was. And he was able to come out there about an hour later. I sat in the car mostly with the AC running. Luckily, I had a bunch of gas. I could have technically stayed there overnight, but I didn't obviously want to do that. I think I was probably out there for 3 hours, over 2 hours. I probably saw like 2 cars go by, like little cars, but I was the place I'd pulled over was kind of on a curve. And my car wasn't very far off the road. I was a little bit worried, so I just had the flashers on there. But every time a car would go by, I was like, oh man, should I, But once I had the tow truck coming, it was okay. It was, I knew it was going to be over soon. So anyway, the guy gets there. Real friendly. He gets the car up onto the flatbed. And I'm in the cab with him, and it's about 20 minutes, for him to get me to Walmart. And so while we're doing this, I'm trying to get a hold of Walmart. They're open 7 days a week, and their automotive section is open 7 days a week. That's the only place I could think of that might be open to repair a tire. And, when I was in the truck, I was asking him, because he's like, where do you want to go? And I was like, well, I think Walmart is the only place that's going to be open. He's like, yeah, I think you're right. So I actually called him. I was able to call, because as you get closer to Silver City, obviously there's cell service. So I called him and said, hey, I've got kind of an emergency. I've got a flat tire, and can you squeeze me in? They're open till 7 p.m. And by this time it was, I don't know, maybe 4 p.m., something like that. He's like, yeah, I can squeeze you in. He was like, what kind of car is it? So I told him the make and the model, and based on that, I guess they can, get your tire size for the most part, which, they can. So he's like, yeah, I can squeeze you in, but you might have to wait, you might have to wait an hour. It's like, well, I don't care. That's fine, man. Anyway, the guy drops me off, gets the car off the tow truck and everything, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to this guy, and he's like looking at the car. He's like, are these special tires? And I didn't know yet at this point they were run flat tires. I was like, no, I don't think so. I said, it doesn't matter if they are. I just need a tire that fits, right? Which is P225 40 R18, right? So he's looking at the tire size, and he's got his little handheld thing. And he goes, oh no. I was like, oh man, here we go. He's like, I don't have that tire size in stock. So, what could I do, right? There's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, he's like, well, let me check the main computer. So he goes back in the shop and he's checking that. He comes back out shaking his head. Like, I don't have anything in stock, man. So around the lot and stuff, there's like random racks of tires. Now, I don't know why those wouldn't be in the system, but he starts checking them and I start checking them as well. We checked every tire on the fucking lot. I even went into Walmart where that automotive section is. There's a couple of tires out there, and it wasn't what I needed. So he didn't have the tire. So he goes, go back inside and talk to, this guy's name was Fred. He goes, he runs the inside there. He can get you a tire ordered and tell you when we can get installed. So I went and talked to Fred. Fred goes, I can get you a tire here by Wednesday and we can install it Thursday. Right? Now, this is Sunday. Right? Like in 5 days, man. So what I didn't want to do is have the car towed some other place. Like, I could do it today. I could probably have that car towed to a tire shop that's open today, and they'd probably have the tire. Now, of course, I would check, but I'd have to spend money to do that, and I don't know if I want to do it. So anyway, I told him, I was like, well, all right, I'm just going to leave the car here. Is that fine? He says, yeah, just park it right over there. It'll be fine. Which I don't like leaving the car there for, 4 fucking days and nights, but whatever. So now I'm stuck in the dilemma, like, how am I going to get home? It's about 15-minute drive by car. It's a lot longer on foot, and I was exhausted. So I called Heather. I got a hold of her, told her what was going on, and this is when I found out she was still in Las Cruces and not in Silver City. I didn't even know that yet. She goes, call my sister, Amy, and her husband. So they live like just a few blocks from me. So I talked to Kevin a few times, and I had his number. It's not like we're friends or anything, but seems like a really cool guy. So I called him up, and I got him on the phone. I was like, hey, Kevin, this is Eric. And I explained to him my situation. It's like, I'm sorry to call you out of the blue, man, but I'm kind of stranded. Is there any way you can come get me? He goes, where are you at? I said, I'm at Walmart, the automotive. I dropped the car off here. And he goes, well, I don't know. He goes, well, I'm at Walmart. He was inside shopping. Yeah, just a coincidence. So anyway, he finished up in there. He came out and got me and dropped me off. And that's that story. And then, so the first thing I did is took a shower and got cleaned up and drank some water. I didn't have any food all day. I didn't eat anything. Got a little healthy something in the stomach. And just kind of sat here and chilled. I got all the footage. So I had footage from my handheld little vlogging camera, the PowerShot V10. That battery had gone dead in that. I had the drone footage, a whole bunch of that. And the last little bit I had on my cell phone. So I got all of that together and put it into a video. And as of right now, it's Monday for me. It's uploading to the Anxious Explorer. If anybody's interested in that, that's the other channel over there that I created. Let's see if we can get this pendant. It's not really a long story short type of story there. It's a long story, right? Anyway, I think I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to leave the car there. Let's get the Void Walker out. This is not a safe area. Stealthy mobs in here that'll attack us. We got spiders, gators. I need you to tank for me if I get attacked, brother. I think you should know the deal by now. It's the same thing I want every time I summon you. Thinking about calling my fucking insurance company back and ask for reimbursement. Like, what is the point of roadside assistance if I call and they say, we don't have any tow truck, we can't do anything for you? Well, what the fuck am I paying you for then? You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I was not happy with that shit. All right, let's try this crap again. I think we've killed close to 30 of these damn things. Let's get our underwater breathing going here. All we were seeing before out here is turtles and threshers for the most part. There's a little ship over here, though. Right over here. There were a few more over there. All right, still kind of worn out from yesterday. I did get some decent footage, some drone footage, and the Silver City tour footage that I got, I ended up just getting rid of a lot of it because the camera was so shaky most of the time because I had it in my right hand. I was kind of struggling with my anxiety out there with people and stuff. So I just wasn't really paying attention too much to the camera, but I thought about leaving it in, but it was just some parts were so shaky. It just felt like it would make people like motion sickness. So I ended up getting rid of actually most of it. So what I'm going to try to do for that other channel is I'm going to see if I can afford like a gimbal for my PowerShot V10. I was trying to look them up, but there's not one that's like specifically for it, and I'm worried if I get something else it won't fit properly, or I don't know. But that's what I need for that. I think they're motorized, maybe. I don't know. I don't really like the idea of a motorized gimbal, but maybe, I don't know, that's best. Man, I gotta be honest, I might drop this quest, man. There just aren't any of these. There's just not enough of these things, man. It's like every other thing I mean, there's just turtles and threshers out here. And the drop rate is really fucking low. It'd be one thing if this place was filled with these, right? You also can't see. You know, all the frustration of this quest is coming back to me. I can't stand stuff like this because it's just like, it feels like such a waste of time. You're not getting anything done. There's one. We got snap claws and clackers, I think, are the two different ones. I think we've killed about 15 of each of them. Anyway, it's a long time to be without the car. I mean, the gym isn't that far away, really. Just walk down there. I sold my bike before I went, moved to Albuquerque and then moved back. And it's actually out there still. The guy who bought it, it's Christina's friend. But they're locked up, and I don't have a key to get them off. So if I wanted to go to the gym, I would have to walk up there. All right, man. If we do not get the pendant from these mobs right here around the ship, I'm just dropping this quest. This is fucking stupid. There's no other reason for them to make such a ridiculous drop rate. And to have so few mobs in the area that have it. Part of classic time gating. thought that was it. We had a bunch of other stuff in the bag there. I actually got a green of the monkey agility and stamina neck piece. That should sell. I'm level 41 here. Lovely. You got pretty wrecked right there. It's another 41. Okay, fuck this quest. Seriously, this mob's doing the evading like it was doing before. Some of these mobs are bugged. Yeah, fuck this quest. Just fucking stupid, man. What the hell is it? And other shit here. This is for the Breckenwall Village thing. Yeah, I just don't care. Just don't care. So you see how he caught up to us again? So that mob that he was fighting, it bugged out once again on him. That clacker thing. Yeah, that's... What a waste of time. I think we wasted a good hour here between the two episodes. Alright. Do we want to go to Grom Gall? I think we do. We got more stuff to do over there. Let's just hearth out of here. I'll remember that quest. Not picking that thing up again. That is just ridiculous, man. Alright, I think we're going to try head hunting here. Let's put the... Well, never mind the Hearthstone. It's already here, isn't it? Going to take a little bit of a chance. We're going to go up to this... I've been running around the whole episode. I told you I was going to do that. Running around. Oh, man. We're going to go up to this troll village or whatever this is up here, the ruins or something. We need a few different things. We need the shrunken heads, and we need something else. I can't remember. We can actually get in this back way here. It says it's green up here. I don't feel like that's accurate. I got some sun yesterday out in that sun. My face, my neck, and my arms. I'm kind of worn out, so that's, oh, looks like it actually might be green. Oh, right, I can't tell him to attack if I'm on my mount. Alright, well this should be okay. Usually these places are farmed. There's like always somebody doing this, but maybe we're the only ones out here? Actually make some progress. This should be a 1-for-1 drop rate. It's actually not, but it says it's 80%. Who knows? These guys seem pretty annoying here. Earth Grab Totem and Healing Ward or something. They'll go down quick. I'm gonna have to look up the tires on that car. Because I did not realize those were run flat tires. I think they're quite a bit more expensive, but the tire I ordered, I mean, it's the right size, but I doubt it's a run flat tire. I spent so much time last night trying to find a spare, like a donut for that car. It's so difficult to find. You know, it's not just, you don't actually have to have the same size tire as far as width and all of that. It doesn't even have to be as tall. But there are certain dimensions that have to match on it. The most important thing is the bolt pattern. That has to be exact. You can't just bolt any tire to a car. It doesn't work that way. There's not really anything, it's not such a thing as like a standard tire. You get a lot of them that are similar or the same, but you got to make sure exactly the right size. He's getting pretty wrecked here. I need a drink and he needs to heal up. Looks like these mobs enrage, so they do a lot more damage when they're enraged. Do you have enough mana to do that? He doesn't. We picked up a green agility and spirit pole arm. That's interesting. There he goes. Let's get him healed up there. They never even called back, Progressive. They didn't check on me. I mean, as far as they know, I'm still sitting with my car stranded, right? I fucking hate insurance companies so much. Insurance is the biggest fucking scam, man. I could never, ever work for an insurance company. It doesn't matter what I was doing. I wouldn't even mop the floors at an insurance company. I damn sure wouldn't do any programming or IT work. I wouldn't feel like I was doing anything worthwhile. I mean, at least not here in a US-based system. But I don't know, maybe they're the same all over the world. I have no idea. But no offense to anybody who maybe is an insurance agent or works at an insurance company. It's not the people on the front lines that make it terrible. It's the policies that have been set in place to milk every single dime out of somebody, and then you have somebody who pays their insurance, whether it's health insurance or car insurance or whatever, 25, 30 years, they get into an accident, and then the first thing the insurance company does is try to deny the claim or make it a pain in the ass for them. That's what makes me want to murder a CEO. He's getting the shit kicked out of him here. I don't think he was fully healed the first time. I need to just kind of let him get mana back. Unfortunately, there's no way I can have him heal himself. It costs mana for him to do that, but I can't do anything about how quickly he gets the mana back there. We could go up here, but if we're getting the shrunken heads from these freaks, we're just going to stay here and get them from these particular freaks. Should be able to pull just this guy here. Is he ranged? He is. So we'll do this. Okay, well, we'll do that. So he has to come out. Yeah, they are green mobs. I don't know if they're green mobs back up here, behind this wall. Keep an eye on the time here. I feel like I've been complaining the whole episode. Sorry about that. Man, it's just been a hell of a couple of weeks here, man. Between the busted move and all the money I spent put on the credit cards and the car now, and it's hard not to get overwhelmed. But I've gotten so much better about stuff like that, man. If something's out of my hands, you know, I realize it's kind of pointless to, to stress and worry about it, but how can you not, kind of affects everything in your daily life. It's pretty tough, but I gotta be honest, at no point all day yesterday during all this was I really truly panicked. I'm pretty resourceful, and I would have walked home, or I would have slept in the car. It wouldn't be the first time I've slept in a car before. Obviously I don't want to, but I can put up with a lot of stuff and deal with a lot of stuff, and it would have been miserable. But, I knew eventually I would get home.
Well done.
Wow, we finished it. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, the skull splitter tusks. Why wouldn't you attack that, man? Brother? Well, I think we got to wrap this up here. All right, well, next episode, we'll get these skull splitter tusks. Those are not quite as good a drop rate as what we just saw there. That's another pain in the ass. Really wish I could get them here. This would be a great little farm. I said, I am kind of surprised there's nobody out there. That place is like always people running around between these troll camps. You might be able to turn in... Wow, this mob was dead when I went by and it's still there? That's unusual. It's not disappeared yet? Oh, no, there's somebody out here. Okay. Looks like it's in the exact same place it was, though. But anyway, maybe you can turn in something for rep out here at Ground Gall or something? Not sure. I don't really know anything about rep. Because I don't like grinding for shit. What am I gonna do? I gotta get some stuff recorded. I'm recording this the day before it comes out, a little bit behind. I think I might walk up to the gym. I really should have gone early this morning because, hey Google, what's the forecast today?
Today in Silver City, there will be light rain, with a forecasted high of 81 and a low of 62.
Wow, 80.
Currently it's 75 degrees and sunny.
Okay. Hey Google, what's the humidity?
The current humidity in Silver City is 54%.
Okay, that's pretty high. Usually we don't have any humidity here.
Greetings, man.
But it's only 75 and it's only going to get to 81.
Spirits be with you, man.
That's nearly 20 degrees cooler than it's been.
Seeing ya.
Look at that. The exact same stats on those cloth cuffs there. So we'll take these. They sell for more.
Stay away from the voodoo.
He's doing an RP thing here. He got a couple more things we can do. Whenever you're ready. What are you doing? Oh, he's placing skulls into the crate here. All right. I'm not done inspecting the skulls, Helly, and I am relieved. Yenoku is a douche.
What's on your mind?
I don't know what he said. Clan heads?
You be careful, man.
Ooh. These two guys are back there where we were. These guys are not... This is not an easy quest to do. I'm going to pick it up just to make sure that is what I think it is. Now we need skulls and we got to place them on a pike. All right, I know what this is.
Stay away from the voodoo. Relax.
Bring a tablet shard. This is an elite quest, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that it is.
Later.
That quest I usually hide and do not do. 2 reasons. It's around elite murlocs and it's underwater. We have underwater breathing. And we're a warlock. It's right here. Is it green? It is. I think we can do that. Here's the 2 guys up here. I don't think we'll do this. It's real risky. And we still need jungle stalker feathers. Anyway, let's we'll rest up here. Let's make a quick sale. To just pick this guy.
Loktar.
Ogar. That necklace will sell. That might sell. We don't need that. Green Hills. Outpost. Strength and stam. That's soulbound. 11 agility and 6 spirit on a polearm. I'll post it. Maybe that thing will sell. I know it's kind of,
Go forth to victory.
the stats are kind of odd for hardcore, but who knows? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. Story time with Big E and some complaining. That's about the usual episode content, isn't it? Anyway, you guys and gals take care. Helly and I will see you in tomorrow's episode.
Goodbye.
Peace.